was a total pain in the butt. So, but you watched that video, or you just saw the video?
I watched. I mean, it's really difficult to figure out what's going on in that.
In the video?
In the web, where I was looking for assessment.
Okay.
So I looked at that,
Okay.
and then trying to get something on range of motion, but I wasn't sure.
Gotcha. Were you looking at like?
It's there's a lot there, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not always titled.
Gotcha. So are you saying like looking at the report of findings?
No, I was not.
So we have ROF and ROF processing. And then we have phase 1 assessment here. Okay, so you clicked on these and you checked these out, right?
I have not yet.
Okay.
What did I look at? I think I went in. Not that one either. I actually looked at the first one. First assessment with my mom.
Oh, was that in like the prep sessions?
I see. I don't know.
Let's see. Management table. Let's see. Who's that? Oh, that's Cheryl.
Study session? Is that where you're at?
I'm in the prep sessions here.
Okay. I couldn't. It was in a.
It was in a different folder.
Yeah, there's only a few.
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you were you.
Full amendment space. Okay, that's what I looked at the first one. I think.
See, that's Trev. Okay. Yeah. So this should be. I mean, it's going to be a bunch of us like yammering and doing the whole thing, but this should be. Let's see. Were you just looking to like review all the tests and everything like that, or?
Also studying what you say.
Okay. Yeah.
And how you're moving people.
Gotcha.
I didn't get far.
Okay.
But that's the idea of what I'm trying
Okay.
to do.
So, but these are accessible.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it just like clunky because it wasn't like streamlined and like?
It's hard for me to figure out. Like I'm looking at because.
Oh, like where to find it.
What does that mean versus?
Got you. Okay.
All this prep session.
So shadowing is going to be like sessions. So like anytime that I'm doing a session with a client, and I'm like, I think this might be a cool opportunity for you to see me doing like a TMJ screen, or like I'm out here loading Bob with whatever. I started out doing these like, I mean, there's a report of findings on here, but this is just like us doing knee control.
You can't tell at all that you drank last night.
Do I smell?
No, it's your voice.
Oh, okay, good. Well, that's fun. We went to the cider bar, and
which one?
The local, or I think it's called the local cider bar, like Bittersweet. It used to be Okay. And our buddy was DJing there, and then our other buddy, he started a restaurant in there.
Really?
Yeah, like he's been like growing this like giant following, and it's like a hamburger thing, and
it's great.
And it was gonna be there like Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Nice.
So anyway, our two buddies, one's like starting to be a DJ, and one's starting to be a hamburger guy, so they did that at the same time. It was a good time.
That makes sense.
And then went to the basement and had whiskey. So anyway, I was yelling because there was a DJ playing music, and I was.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay. You're being supportive.
Very much so.
You know, I have a nephew who's named Jameson.
Like, named Jameson after Jameson? No shit. Man, good first. Set you up for failure there.
His sister is named Bailey.
Okay. That's a choice.
That is a choice.
God damn.
Yeah. He goes by James. Or James.
J-Mo. Does he go by J-Mo?
Yeah.
No way.
How did you know that?
Because that's what you call Jameson. No way. That is crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay.
He'll be fine.
He'll
He's
be
doing
alright.
fine.
How old is he?
15.
We'll find out. We will find out.
It has not been easy for him.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Because of his name or because of his parents?
Parents.
Because they're
Step-parents.
alcoholics. Oh, the step parents.
The whole thing.
Oh shit.
I know.
I guess.
No one's gonna look.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
His name is really Hennessy.
Hennessy. That would be a play. That would be a play. Anyway, okay, so
Hens.
Hens. Henny. Hey,
Okay.
Henny. Okay, so yeah, all the shadowing sessions are gonna be like just random table sessions. Like there's a knee thing, knee pain exploration. I mean, you can just it's like there's just a million.
Can you search?
Yes.
Because it says so you can. So I can look
Yes.
up TMJ.
Let's find out.
There's my pink sweatshirt.
Look at us.
I'm being supportive of you putting stuff here. So.
In the
I'm looking at stuff.
all right. We should be able to object. More notebook results. Let's try that. There you go.
Okay.
J.
Okay.
Um,
Perfect. Okay.
But let's see. I mean, what is this? Okay, that's Emily's. You go past homework. You're not gonna. Well, I guess you'll be able to find. Yeah. So like this
Okay.
is gonna be in Emily's folder. So like whatever folders that you have opened up, you'll be able to access whatever TMJ stuff we have in there.
What is the master?
Client file template. Wait, is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I don't know.
Yeah, client file template.
I don't look there.
Okay.
Or I don't. Okay.
And then that has everything in it, right?
That's important.
Yes.
Don't mind me.
No, please. And yeah, I mean, I'm thinking, you know, if you type in TMJ screen on OneNote and there isn't anything in there, it's probably because we haven't uploaded anything to the internship folder yet. But I feel like there is some stuff there. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so potentiation. So two kinds of potentiation, or two different. I would say like two different ways of like looking at the potentiation, short term, long term.
Mm-hmm.
And so the thing that we're thinking about when we are exploring the potentiation of the body is a stimulus being put on the body, which creates an adaptation, which allows for the body to respond more effectively to stimulus. so like in terms of like us doing a test, right?
Mhm.
So like let's just use GH abduction as an example.
Yep.
So the arm comes out to the side, test it, and it's either going to be high quality or low quality. And so if it's low quality, then the brain, body, tissue, joint connection isn't prepared to respond to the pressure or the perturbation that I'm putting onto the arm. Right? I'm just like getting the framework here.
Yeah,
right? So I push. I mean, this is obvious, but I'm just kind of like breaking it down.
Yeah.
So I push. The brain goes, I don't know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And so there are options or things that we can do to then stimulate the brain / body to try and create a response where it pushes back in a higher quality state. And so one thing that can happen is we impart the stimulus, which could just be the test itself, and then allow for the body to potentiate, meaning the brain goes, what the heck did this person do to me?
Mm-hmm.
Brain, deltoid tissue, supraspinatus, all these muscles that abduct the arm. We let that thing sit for 15 to 30 seconds, and then all of a sudden we recheck it, and it's high quality. And that is PAP, post-activation potentiation, which is a stimulus being imparted on the system, which creates a response where there's more muscle activity occurring. And so that is, we would call that like an intra-session PAP, or intra-session potentiation. There are obviously other ways to stimulate potentiation, isomyoplyos, and all the our wide array of treatment options that we have. But in its essence, it's stimulus, body responds with a greater stimulus, or we stimulate the thing and the body goes, ooh, it was like an excitation response, basically. And that's what potentiation is. We could go down the rabbit hole more if you want. Do you want to?
I just trying to get it in.
I know, that's why I'm kind of throwing a bunch of different
Yeah.
I'll give you another example. We were in Seattle at it was called an FNS course, Force in the Nervous System course.
Okay.
And so in this course we have, it was an amazing course. This dude's like a neurophysiologist, and we have EKGs, EMGs, electromyograms, and I believe it was like a glute medius tissue. So we have an EMG hooked up to a glute medius, and we're measuring muscle activity. Okay, and we were doing a bunch of different tests. Struggling. One of them was, how does the glute medius tissue respond after a massage gun or a Theragun? So the first test we did was grabbing a force dynamometer and the orange thing, and then exactly
Orange.
that's the orange thing, and then pulling on the leg to see how much torque or force they could produce. And then so we have the force dynamometer, the EMG, and we get both of these data points. And so we have this 42 pounds, and we see the tetanus spike or the tissue activation response in the muscle. Right there, force production happens.
Okay.
Theragun, recheck it, drastically decreased force production and muscle activity. So we would call that like a maladaptation or a negative adaptation in the body. Okay, so then what we did was waited a minute, retested it, right? And then we saw the tissue response come back a little bit, waited 45 seconds, and then retested it again and saw a huge spike in output and tissue activity. So the stimulus excites the brain in a way that it connects it more effectively with the tissue region that we're trying to create a a response, I guess, or a new stimulus. So our focal point, glute medius, we test it, and the brain's like, oh man, like what's going on down there? We let it sit, and the brain, this is the potentiation component, and this is why I'm talking about this, is because it's that 30-second window of the nervous system and the brain going, what the heck did this person do to me?
Mm-hmm.
Recheck it again, force production increase, tissue activation increase. So that's another way of like thinking about what's happening when the system potentiates.
Okay.
One other example.
It's the thinking part.
It's the connecting.
Connecting.
It's the I would the easiest way to explain it, I would say, is like the mind body connection increasing.
Okay.
I guess that's. I mean, I feel like that's a pretty simplistic way of stating it, but it's that like it's that connection plus. Like the other example I'll give you. So we had the EMG on the glute med. We have the force dynamometer, and we're having somebody pull into this thing, right? And so we actually got to watch intra set or intra rep potentiation occur.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is this person is pushing, we see it's 32 pounds of force into the dyno, we see the tissue activation, and then all of a sudden after like 15 seconds, that tissue activation slams and the torque production increases on the dyno. And so we're not cueing this person.
Right.
We're not saying go, 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 go. They're just, their body just is pushing, and then all of a sudden they're like, whoa, slam. And then what you see is, so you see engagement, potentiation, fatigue. And I think this is such an important conversation, because a lot of the times what we're trying to do is stimulate somebody into a potentiated state, and not into a fatigue state. And I mean, we've explored that a lot in the beginning of like our sessions out there. I mean, obviously on the table, but specifically out there, where I'm not trying to smoke your system. I'm trying to stimulate and like kind of excite it, and then have you leave here like going, oh, I feel pretty good, not like, oh my god, you beat the crap out of me, right?
Are you done?
Almost. Okay. Just to no, you go for it. I can hop in.
So when you're doing reps out there,
yes,
and you're the first one, it's okay, and then you get better.
Yep.
And then same thing.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yep. Right, and then so you're going,
yeah,
going. That's that fatigue state.
But out there, it's okay to fatigue.
Depending.
Because
yes.
You want to build up, break down, build up.
Yeah, it's all about the fundamental objective of the adaptation that we're trying to create. And so, and that's why what I was saying earlier, which was in the beginning, I didn't want you to be in a fatigue state. I wanted to stop you at an RPE of 3, because that's in that potentiation window. Whereas now I'm like, let's smoke you, right? Because I'm trying to create an adaptive response to fatigue. So I'm trying to create anti-fatigue or fatigue resistance in your body. And the only way to train or elicit an adaptation to fatigue resistance is by training fatigue, right? So if the body's beat down, you don't want to smoke it by like getting you, like, so for example, like if we got you out of here, we're like, oh, we're gonna do phase 2, and then I get you under a barbell right away, your body would have been like, kick rocks, I don't want to have anything to do with this, right? So it is about the goal adaptation that we're trying to accomplish.
And is that associated with like phase 3-ish?
I would call it phase 2 plus. Yeah, I mean it. Yeah, like
I'm making up a phase 3.
Yeah, which is the progressive maintenance is kind of in a phase 3 world where like you're, you know, either doing your own thing or we're in this like, okay, we're powerlifting and but like phase 2 I would say is like let's clear any kind of muscular imbalances from a strength and endurance standpoint, and then find exercise that your body enjoys doing and then push you into that or move your body into that place.
Okay.
So, and then just like to touch on the last component of this potentiation system, there's the intrasession kind of short-term potentiation, which is, oh cool, like this was soft and now it's firm. Okay, great. And then there's the long-term potentiation, which is, oh man, this dude like stimulated my glute and now I'm walking out of here and I feel like I got some pep in my step and my knee doesn't hurt anymore. And so the whole system is potentiated and it either lasts or doesn't last, right? It's like the body buying into an adaptive response to the stimulus. So there's micro adaptations, and then I would say more macro adaptations that we see happen.
And is there any sense of what factors
Or
can influence the long-term potentiation? Or are you just kind of trying until it works?
Well, I mean, yeah, I would say that there are like a bunch of factors. Like one is the stress threshold of the system.
Okay.
So like, for example, if the person, let's just go back to the shoulder example. If this person has a low quality system in their shoulder and we stimulate it and they leave here and they don't do anything to surpass the threshold of stress that shoulder can tolerate, then we could see that potentiation window be prolonged.
Okay.
Versus if we stimulate this shoulder and they're like, cool, I'm gonna go throw a baseball 50 times at 95 miles per hour, and that shoulder has zero tolerance to the amount of force production that we're demanding from it at that point, we're gonna see probably that shoulder backslide pretty quickly, which is why we then do fatigue testing and strength and endurance testing and all this like functional testing, right? So, but like, yeah, I mean, you can see, like, I'd say, Bob is a great example of like, stimulate that hamstring tissue and all of a sudden he's walking up and down stairs and he's like, I don't have any pain, dude. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, you've been in pain for 8 years and we just did a hamstring stimulus. And so his demand, his force production demand out of that hamstring tissue was low enough that our stimulus gave him the capacity to do what he needed to do without breaking down.
Okay.
So I would say that's probably the number one factor is, are we surpassing the threshold of that tissue and neural tissue system?
And is underusing also a factor or not?
Huge.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Which is why I love
getting.
Yeah, exactly. It's Goldilocks zone, right?
Okay.
And I love the daily warm up because it's a low stress but full body thing where we kind of potentiate the system every day.
Okay.
So we like remind the brain, hey, you have a shoulder. Don't forget that you can do this thing. And so when there's a demand for shoulder movement, then the brain's like, oh, I did that this morning. Like, I remember how to do this thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that?
Yeah, that was great. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think that it is probably the most powerful tool that we have in this whole process. I mean, other than our problem solving and like decision making, but like as far as a treatment option goes.
Is there a distinction between not knowing what to do and not having the strength to do it? Or is it really?
Yeah, I mean, it's another good question. I would say that you can have you can have, let's see, how would I put this? You can have strength without control, but you can't have control without strength. You can, let's see, you can have, essentially what I'm saying is you can, like, control comes first, is what I'm getting at.
Okay.
And so your body, without the control component, the strength profile doesn't matter at all.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to get at. So
Mm-hmm.
so like, if we're trying to train a fatigue, if we're trying to test fatigue, and this person has poor control,
Mm-hmm.
then we're probably not going to see a very good response to the stimulus of the fatigue training until we start linking that system. Is that that's a little muddy, huh?
I'm this is me spinning
Yeah.
a little bit. What's strength without control?
Can I give an example? Yeah. So, like, recruitment of compensatory patterning. So, like, the arm coming up and the whole body doing this.
Okay.
Right, like it could feel strong, so you can. I think I said it right. You can have strength without control, but I think I'm gonna like let that be. I was trying to think of a way to like tie that in, but basically the compensation of our body can create a sense of strength, whereas we might not have control, even though it feels like a strong thing, which is why we're observing constantly, like, hey, why do you do this every time you push your arm up? Like, can you do that? Which we would call this more like control, and this more like the whole body just trying to yard on somebody. And so that's what we're kind of tuning into.
I think I'm getting
yeah. And then if the body doesn't have the ability to do this under pretty low load conditions, it doesn't make much sense to go get a 8-pound dumbbell and have them do this a bunch of times.
Okay.
And what we typically see when we get somebody in a strength and endurance situation where we're testing something like that, if they are so disconnected with that system, we won't see any recovery after the assessment. So
recovery.
Yeah. So like, for example, we bring the arm out, we do 25 reps there, and then I say, okay, bring your arm out again, and it's a noodle. And then I wait 30 seconds, and I go, bring your arm out again, it's a noodle.
Okay.
And so I've seen systems where no matter how long I wait, the thing never recovers.
Interesting.
Which means this is not, at this point, a strength and endurance issue. This is a control issue. Because if it was a strength and endurance issue, we would see recovery happen.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. Which is ATP, PC regeneration, or
yes, it is.
Or like a neural recovery, like whatever stuff we might be dealing with there, but yeah.
Okay.
Which is why we need to assess control and strength and endurance, not just this table stuff, this mystical table stuff. We need to get it out there in the real world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's been, I was just like, this is helpful.
Yeah, I think I'm glad you asked these questions, because like this is, I would say, like, this is like what's under the hood of this process. Like these are the motors and the gears under the hood, and without understanding this, we're kind of just like pulling on people and pushing on people, and it's not as meaningful unless we understand like why we're doing what we're doing. So
right.
Yeah, which was why that FNS course, like after I went through that course, I was like, oh my fucking God. Like I watched the thing ramp. I watched the tissue set. Like I saw potentiation real time on a computer, and I was like, okay, this is it. Like this isn't a magical thing that we're doing. This is real science backed information, and we were able to replicate it. So.
And MAT was doing what?
I think MAT was also leveraging potentiation. Um, but the way that they were explaining what they were doing was, I'm like, I don't know, I kind of tiptoe around this, but it was almost like a smoke and mirrors thing. Not because of what we were
stimulating in
yes,
some way,
and I think that was
but not holding it. It doesn't. There's nothing to.
there was no long-term plan.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why I kind of say it was like smoke and mirrorsy, is because it was like this magic thing, and then people would get better is the thing, right? Like, and I think the way that they were explaining what was happening in the body was the thing that was most challenging to buy into, because what they're saying is like we're stimulating intrafusal fibers. Like there's no way we can target intrafusal fibers. Like there's no way. Like we're stimulating, when I smash on somebody's tissue, I'm smashing on tendon and ligament and bone and pressure receptors in the skin, and I'm, there's no way I'm just stimulating intrafusal fibers. And that was kind of what made it magical. The MAT thing was the way that they talked about it, but what we were doing was just stimulating the system and leveraging potentiation. And that's where it got kind of muddy, is because some of the MAT guys started doing the testing without the palpations, and they were like, the body's still responding without poking on it. And so there was this like massive argument over what was stimulating the system. Was it the system stimulating the system, or the practitioner stimulating the system? And if you remove the pokey, now we're just doing exercise, which is what we're doing in here, right?
Yeah.
Like we're just doing very specific, fine-tuned exercise. But when we take away the pokey, we don't have this magical power anymore. And that was a major problem for MAT, because that was how they created this like mystical, neural stimulus thing. So.
But sometimes you do use.
I do. Yeah.
So what is that doing?
Giving their brain proprioceptive information on, what skin receptors and tissue. Like, hey, I mean that's the thing, right? Is we have geocentric cueing, which is like, I want you to push your leg towards the door. And then we have like the internal cueing. Hey, I want you to feel this glute thing. Are you feeling a glute here? No, I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, let me show you what I want you to use.
Okay.
You feel that?
Yeah.
Okay. Push onto my hand again. Oh, there we go. Right. So I use it. We can call it MAT still, but I think that the way that I'm using it is different, because it's more of like an informative thing for them, and less of a look, you're weak, now you're strong thing. And that was the thing with MAT, right? Is like, you're weak, let me poke on you, and now you're strong. Oh my gosh, how'd you do that? Like magic. Right. So it's more like, hey, you're not doing this right. Can you use this thing? Okay, and then either, oh great, it's strong, or like, oh, it's still weak even when I poke on you there. Okay, something else is going on here.
So for us who have not gone through MAT, what do we do?
So that was,
call you?
Yeah, right. Well, so the functional anatomy stuff that we did, right, which was like, where's your deltoid, right? So your deltoid is here, and if somebody's having an issue getting out to the side, what does this out to the side stuff? And so deltoid, supraspinatus, a little bit of trap. So then you can use your biomechanical brain to go, hey, I want you to use this stuff.
Okay.
And that's as far as you
do. Okay.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to talk to Jeremiah about a while ago. It was like, dude, we can just use functional anatomy component, which he does now. Is he'll be like, hey, I want you to use this thing, and it's not like we're MATing. It's just like, hey, kick this thing on. So
Okay.
yes,
Solid.
that was good.
That's good.
Not too bad for being a little hungover.
Like, I'm really. Okay, I've got 15.
I hope that was that good? I mean, that wasn't
No,
a waste of time. Okay.
No, it wasn't,
Okay,
because there's a lot here and it's all theory,
Yeah.
and so it's hard for me to just grasp onto this
Yes.
theory.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, I know this is important,
Yep.
and that's as far as I get.
Okay.
Right.
And I think the practical application of this stuff is what's going to help you to succeed with this thing. So,
Yeah. But knowing what I'm
Knowing
doing,
what,
right?
yeah, definitely. Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
What's next?
This is about angles and body fitness and axis.
Okay. Okay.
This stuff. What? Honestly, what? Well, what is this? What?
So this this is a joint, right? So let's call this like an elbow.
Okay.
And approximation would be moving closer together. So approximating. So
Okay.
Yep. And
Okay.
then this would be the other way would be separation,
Okay.
increasing moving distance.
And the axis is here.
Yep. Yep.
Getting closer.
Yep.
Moves the axe. No, it moves the thing this way.
Moves the lever closer.
Lever.
Yep.
Okay. Move this way. Okay.
In a nutshell.
Okay.
Is there any other questions? Ooh, acting minus and cross bridging.
All of this.
Very nice. Yeah, so this is a sliding filament theory. Did you read any of this by chance?
I tried.
Okay, fair enough.
It just.
Okay, all of
He
it.
just. And
Mhm. Yep. So, here we go. The term control element is used to describe the part of the muscle that generates tension, and it is this part that shortens and lengthens as positive or negative work is done. The definition of contraction refers to gross physical structure of the material geometry of the muscle altering the linear distance between its attachments. It's not referring to the direction of the force vector generated by the muscle.
exactly.
Right? Yes. So what that's saying is the definition of contraction refers to the physical structure altering linear distance between its attachments. So the bicep here to here is not referring to the direction of the force vector generated by the muscle. So we would have to describe where the force vector is. And I think probably the reason that I don't even know if this is necessary to get down this rabbit hole,
Okay.
but
Right, it's not.
we don't need to. Well, I was gonna say like the force vector of the lever might be anywhere on the lever, but
Okay.
this is where the actual work is being done.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Direction of force.
Yep.
Shortening, lengthening.
Yep. And so, yeah, so muscle fiber function operates currently, this is the sliding filament theory, occurs via the process of excitation, contraction, coupling. This generates a force vector via the interaction of the actin and myosin protein filaments. These are these little guys here, and they're basically ratcheting together and de-ratcheting.
Okay. Okay.
The force vector is created by the electromagnetic cross-bridging of the interlacing actin and myosin protein structures on both sides of the M region. So, I mean, basically, when these things come together, that's when force or torque or tension is created.
Can we say this is a mile?
Yep. Yep. Yeah. So I mean, the idea, I think the long story short here is the tissue is either ratcheting us closed.
Ratcheting?
Yeah, it's crazy. It actually like does this.
Oh.
There's a pretty cool video of like how this actin myosin cross bridging happens.
Okay.
And it like grabs and pulls, grabs and pulls, grabs and
interesting.
pulls like that. Yeah.
It's not the smooth. Interesting.
It's like this.
Is that why people kind of do?
That is actually because of a brain tension processing issue.
Okay.
So we push on it, and the brain goes, somebody's pushing on me, and I don't know if I should generate 7 pounds or 6 pounds, or 8 pounds or 6 pounds, until either they figure it out, or they go weak, or they kind of stay in that weird jumpy zone. Because you'll see one leg that you're like, oh my gosh, this is a brick, and then the other one's like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
And it's because the brain isn't able to generate a specific tension profile that keeps the leg from doing that. So it's kind of like throwing darts blind, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which we would deem low quality. Right? There's a computational issue in the brain communicating with the glute medius tissue to generate the same amount of tension that I'm pushing onto that person, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Kind of crazy, right?
Yes.
Very.
It's gonna be a while for all this to.
This is definitely some of the meat here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
This
I'm
is the exercise physiology stuff, which is.
Or I'm weak too. Well, I mean, that's hard. Okay.
Yep. Anything else?
No, I just if we have a couple seconds just to go back.
Yeah.
And do like actual
Stars.
table.
Okay. Yeah, I think that like getting a good understanding of this stuff really helps with the You're really testing my brain today.
Like, good morning.
I know.
Wake up.
I haven't had whiskey in so long. It was.
Oh, that's right. You were doing that. No alcohol.
Yeah, I've been like so off of anything like that. So it was
It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, it was. Okay.
All right.
Sarzing?
Sarzing.
Okay.
Oh, actually, maybe pre-rom? Let's stick with Sarzing.
I like that.
Okay. All right. You stay here. I'll try to push you in. Ready, go. Let me try that again.
Okay.
Ready, go. Okay, because you're pushing hard, and so I'm like wanting to push back. Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I would call that high quality.
Right,
Like,
for
no
sure.
problem. Yeah,
For sure. I'm just, it's more my pressure.
Gotcha. Like you're right. You wanted to like either fight back or
Yeah.
just go. Yeah. And when I get that, like I've said
I
before,
know,
I
you
just
just
kind
gotta
of
let it go.
Yep.
All right, ready, go. Yep.
Cool.
And that is testing. Are you still on?
You want me to turn this off?
Yes, please.
Bye bye.
That is